In today's Resident Evil Village video, I'm going to show you how to get the Heretic trophy / achievement, which involves you to destroy all of the goats of warding throughout your time playing Resident Evil Village. Now this can be stacked over multiple playthroughs, and in this video I'm going to show you where to find all 20 goat statue collectibles that you need to destroy. So there will be story spoilers over time, but I'll try and keep it as spoiler free as possible for you. This will be going along in chronological order, so make sure you're ready. Our first goat statue is actually in the village for the first time. After you survive the Lycan attack, you'll speak to the old woman and you'll walk into the village. You'll notice a statue, and then directly in front of the statue you'll see a small shrine. Within that shrine there's some candles, and in between them candles is a goat statue. Simply destroy that, it's nice and easy. That is our first out of 20 goat statues in this game. So goat statue number 2 is actually directly behind goat statue number 1. You'll notice there's a church behind an iron fence, and if you look at the roof on the very left hand side, you'll see another goat statue. Simply shoot that down with a weapon and that will be 2 out of 20 done nice and easy. A little bit further on you'll see Louisa's house, and you'll encounter some Lycans that you need to take care of. After you've taken care of that, look towards Louisa's house at the front gates, and then the statue is at the very left hand side of her front wall. So basically do a U-turn, follow the path around, and then you can jump over the right hand side of the wooden fence. And then look back towards Louisa's house at the very left hand side of the wall, and the goat statue will be sitting there in the corner. Simply shoot that, and then that is 3 out of 20. We're moving on nice and easy. A little while after that you go into the castle, but before you do that you have to encounter Heisenberg. He takes you to the Four Lords, and then he makes you run basically an assault course. After you finish that assault course you'll go and pull a lever to open a door that will lead you up to Castle Dimitrescu. Once you've pulled that lever, you'll want to go out into the snowy area once again. It's a small little farm or a little vineyard, and you'll see some scarecrows. What you're going to want to do is take a right and go all the way into this sort of little field here. Follow it round, and next to a scarecrow in between some trees is our next goat. Shoot that and you can move on. Inside of Castle Dimitrescu you will come across a small puzzle that you need to do to drain some blood into what is Lady Dimitrescu's bloodbath inside of one of her little rooms. You'll move some statues, and once you've got them in the right positions, the blood will start draining. You'll then go underneath a hidden door, and it will lead you to an underground section inside of the castle. Once the doors open, you'll see a small ladder that leads down to the underground. Take that ladder, and then once you get down all the way to the bottom, there will be a goat statue right behind you sitting within some candles. Goat number 6 is a little bit further on within the Castle Dimitrescu. You'll head towards a portrait room where you have to shoot 5 different bells to open up a small little portrait. Once you've opened up that portrait, you'll head inside and up a small ladder. Once you reach the top of the ladder that leads to the outside roof terrace, you're going to want to look behind you, and the goat is sitting on a small box next to a bunch of books. Once you're outside Castle Dimitrescu, you can find goat number 7 leading from the ceremony site towards the altar. You'll cross a concrete bridge, and there'll be a few Lycans to take care of. Once you've taken care of the Lycans, you can go down to the left hand side of the bridge. There will be a drawn up drawbridge which you can't access yet because you don't have the crank. What you're going to want to do is go down the wooden stairs and go underneath the concrete sort of stone bridge. In that small room underneath the stairs is goat number 7, so just shoot that and there you go. After you've spoke to Duke again and you've entered the village for the second time, you'll come across an iron insignia gate that leads to a small house with a red chimney. Before you go into that iron insignia gate, you're going to want to turn right, and you'll see a blue gate that would be locked, and it says locked due to missing homeowner. Once you've unlocked that, you're going to want to go all the way to the back of this small little garden. You'll see a breakable box here, and just to the right of that breakable box is a goat sitting on some sheet metal. Goat number 9 is located right near goat number 2, but you couldn't access it the first time you were in the village because you need the iron insignia key. So what you're going to want to do is go into the churchyard itself, and then go around the back of the church. You'll see some steps leading up to an iron insignia gate. If you unlock that with the iron insignia key, and then to the left hand side you'll see a few chickens that you can kill, but to the right hand side the actual goat is sitting there in some bushes on the snow. We're halfway there now, because this time we are doing goat number 10. You'll be heading towards Donna Benevito's house and you'll see a bunch of hanging dolls, which by the way you can't shoot down. 0 out of 10 game, huge disappointment. Anyway, head past these dolls, you'll see a small pram sitting in the trees, and then you'll come across a wooden bridge. Walk along this bridge and look to the left, you'll see another bridge, and on that other bridge there is actually a goat sitting there. Just simply shoot that and you can be on your way. Goat number 11 is actually at Donna Benevito's house itself. You'll head up through the gate and the goat will just be on the outskirts of these iron gates. The easiest way to get access to it is either by looking through with a sniper rifle, or what I prefer to do is just go up to the front door, but before you go through the front door take a left, walk along this little deck that she's got, and then you'll see the goat on the very left hand side just outside of the iron gate. Shoot that and there you go, goat number 11. In the windmill section of the game where you're fighting Moreau, you'll have to go and get a crank which eventually breaks. Obviously the game isn't going to be that easy for you, but instead of going to the actual crank wheel itself, if you follow it all the way around to the other side of the windmill, by some logs you'll see a goat just sitting there. Nice and easy one to get, but an easy one to miss also. Just a little bit further on in the same section, you'll get to a part where you need to push a sort of metal minecart into the water. Once you do that, you'll see over in the distance towards a broken down windmill, there is some wood sticking out of the water. On top of that wood, there is a goat that you can see nice and clearly. Just shoot that. That's goat number 13. At the very end of Moreau's area, you'll open some doors that require the winged key. After you've killed him obviously and you're just about to leave. So you're going to want to open this door and you'll see the elevator out of this area straight ahead of you. Do not go up that elevator, otherwise it will take you out of the area. Instead what you're going to want to do is go left through the iron gate that you basically started this journey on. And then you're going to want to head through and go to where you get the boat for the first time. But now the water has drained, so you'll be able to actually enter the broken down windmill. What you're going to want to do is go into the windmill itself, and then you'll see another door the other side of it. Go through that other door, and then just to the left hand side is the goat sitting there on some rocks. After Moreau's area, you'll enter the village again, and you'll be following signs towards Heisenberg's stronghold. Once you get to the gate that requires the unborn key, simply unlock it. And once you've unlocked it with the unborn winged key, you'll see a tunnel straight ahead of you with a good luck sign. Don't go through that tunnel because that takes you the actual way you need to go for the story. Instead, take a left and you'll see a massive barn house thing. Instead of going in that barn where there is a boss fight, go underneath it through the water. You'll see another shrine with a goat in it. Shoot that, and then that's goat number 15. A little bit further on in Heisenberg's area, you'll come across the Lycan's lair. You'll have to fight a shit ton of Lycan, and then after that you'll go through a metal door and you'll see a large circular staircase. Go down this spiral staircase all the way to the bottom, and then once you're at the bottom you'll see a hole in the wall, and that is the way you need to go. But before you go through the hole in the wall, simply just look to the right and you will see a goat sitting next to some buckets. Again, easy one to find, but an easy one to miss also. The next goat location is located a little further on inside of Heisenberg's factory. You want to basically go to the elevator with Duke sitting inside of it and go to the level B3. And then once you're at B3, simply look up, and on the second cross section there's a sort of steel beam going across the bottom of it. You're basically going to want to shoot the goat that is sitting on there. You'll see it as well as the elevator rides up and down, but it's easiest to do it shooting when you're standing on the level B3, and you can get that either with a sniper rifle or a pistol, nice and easy. The next goat location can be found at this section of Heisenberg's factory where you come to a large wind tunnel. Basically, you'll trigger a cutscene and you'll start flying towards a fan. Simply shoot the big red button in the center and basically the fan will spin off and nearly decapitate you. You know, Ethan goes through a lot during this game. And then what you're going to want to do is basically, instead of going towards where the fan just broke off, which is where you're meant to go for the story, do a 180-degree turn and head towards the other end. On the barriers, you'll see a goat lying there. Simply just shoot that, and there you go. Goat number 18, done and dusted. Goat number 19 is located in an area where you encounter a guy in the bathrooms, and he's got a big spinny blade. Won't say any more than that, you know what I mean. After you finish that, you'll go into a control room, and you'll see that there's a file on a desk with a lantern in the corner. To the right of that, you'll see a small hidden passageway under a small wooden plank. Go through that hidden passageway, and then to the right hand side on top of a blue barrel is a goat of warding. This is 19 out of 20. Let's get on to the last one and get ourselves an achievement, boys. The last goat of warding, and where you would get your achievement, is when you're playing as Chris if you've done it in chronological order. You'll get to a section right at the end of the game where you find the Megamycete, and it is hanging from the ceiling. It's basically a massive fetus. It will trigger a cutscene which you can either watch or you can skip. I've skipped it because I've played this game through plenty of times now. And then what you do is do a 180-degree turn from the fetus, and you'll see a statue in the distance in sort of a small pond with a bunch of spikes. At the base of that statue is the last goat of warding. Once you shoot that, if you've done it in chronological order, the Heretic trophy will pop, and there you go. Nice and easy, you got a nice trophy and achievement, and the collectibles are all done and dusted. But boys and girls, this video, if it did help you out, a like is always appreciated. Subscribe for future content like this and other games, of course. And if you haven't checked out the other Resident Evil videos on this channel, do so, because it will show you how to get a bunch of other achievements if you haven't got them already. Thank you so much again, I appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.